All right, what's better for self-defense? Striking or grappling? If you could only train in one of those martial arts, one of those styles of martial arts, what would be your better choice? Now, of course, this is actually a false dichotomy. If your interest is in self-defense, then you should be doing some of both. You should be striking and you should be grappling. And for that matter, you should also be focusing on other things as well, like the basic understanding of weapons, basic understanding of firearms, and other areas as well, your conditioning, blah, blah, blah. But for this discussion, we'll keep it really simple. What's better for self-defense? A striking martial art or a grappling martial art? The answer is grappling, and here's why. It's like paper, scissors, rock. Paper beats rock beats scissors. Here's why it's like paper, scissors, rock. The counter to grappling is grappling. The counter to striking is either grappling or striking. So, if I'm a boxer and you're going against me, you can either outbox me or you can grapple me. But if I'm a grappler, you can't outbox me because I can close the distance. So to be an effective counter grappler, to use your striking against a grappler, you actually need to have a background in grappling. Take a look at the really effective strikers in MMA. They all have a strong background in grappling. Chuck Liddell, classic example, was a wrestler. Chuck Liddell had really good grappling skills. You never saw them because he used them to defend the takedown, to defend the clinch and get back to the striking, which is what he preferred to do and what actually put asses in the seats and gave him a bigger paycheck. But that doesn't negate the fact that he was a grappler, and that in order to be able to shut down grapplers, most of the time, he actually had to be a grappler. Yes, in theory, it's possible to throw that uppercut, throw that knee, and knock out that grappler as they're trying to close the distance. And it does happen once in a while, but we want to take the high percentage things, not the once in a while fluke puncher's chance kind of things. So if you had to choose only one or the other, it should be grappling, because grappling can counter grappling and grappling can counter striking. Striking can really only counter striking on its own when it's pure, and it's only effective against the grappler when it's combined with some basic grappling knowledge. So the answer, like I said right at the beginning, like I hinted at, is to do both. The answer is to do both if you're interested in self-defense. Having a good background in grappling, that means learning actual techniques and actually training them properly, which means sparring, which means training against resistance, is a really invaluable bottom line. It's a base that you can then build all the rest of your knowledge on. You don't want to spend years and years and years developing your reverse punch, developing your jab cross hook, developing your elbows, developing your knees, only get tied up, taken down to the ground, and completely dominated by somebody who has trained grappling when you haven't. So if you have to make a choice, if you can only choose one, if there can only be one, it should be grappling.